Okay, good morning. I thought I'd try a little something different over here before I even have breakfast and get things on the go. I have a bit of a different work schedule today. And if you know why I have this Morgan Riley t shirt and also Morgan Riley hockey card here on display, then kudos to you. He happens to be one of my favorite active non Montreal Canadian, goodness, sorry, active non Montreal Canadian NHL hockey players. Yeah, I haven't even had any coffee yet or anything like that, anything to drink. So anyway, I wanted to get this fired off quickly, I guess, before breakfast, and it is going to be another game of DoC hockey. I just kind of figured I want to keep consistent with the fact that the day before I played an exhibition with two of these teams, and then yesterday Montreal and Toronto. And so the original six, really, I guess, is what I'm getting at here. I thought Detroit and Boston, these are the final two teams for the original six. So just thought I'd do a little bit of a different setup here, a bit of a showing of respect or whatever you want to call it. And I am a Morgan Riley fan, so it's yeah, and I'll leave it up to you to figure out why Morgan Riley is kind of on display in a game that does not involve Toronto. So we'll put the cards maybe like this and get things going. Everything's been shuffled, everything's ready to go. I think Morgan wants to get a bit of a closer view here. And sure, so we'll do it like that. So a minute and a half in, or I mean, into this video, got to get things going. Queen, that's going to be Gordie Howe with the puck right off the bat. Not a bad start if you're a Detroit Red Wings fan. And with the Kings, so I have to look at Boston's team defense immediately, and you can play it on Kings or Red Queens. Boston would have been a little inferior that season. And it's going to be to player number four, though. That's I think George G or George Gee, who played for Chicago in 46-47. Evidently, looking at this, he might have had a drop off year for scoring in 48-49. And that is a nine, though. So actually, he just barely misses. Call it hitting the post here. We're 2.5 minutes in, and we play on. Detroit with the puck again. This time it's McNabb. McNabb with an eight will be able to play it to the ace. The ace is Sid Abel. And Abel with a nine, that's going to be an early goal for Detroit. They're up 1-0 about 5 minutes in here to the first period. And we're going to drop the puck again, this time six. Boston with their first possession. Pete Babondoa, again, maybe pronouncing his name incorrectly. If they didn't play him 47, I'm not as familiar with them. And eight, he will be able to play it. He's going to get it to two, the team card. So I'm going to take from the draw pile over here. That is a blackjack. So we're going to go with, let's see, I've got four. So that's in 13 cards. We'll go 4, 7, 10. So we're going to say Ed Krzyzanowski. And again, I hope I have it correct. I may not. Sorry if I don't. Krzyzanowski with the two will not be able to get the goal. Boston needed an ace there. So we play on. That's a red 9. So Boston with it again. Pat Egan, he did play for them in 47. 6, that's just outside of his range, his chance to be able to feed someone in scoring position. So Black King, that's going to be Sid Abel for the Detroit Red Wings here, the visitors in this game. The 3's not going to be able to play it, so we take 2 more cards off. And Black 5 is, well, it's going to be George D again, actually. Pretty active this period, figuring into enough. And Ace, so he's going to play it automatically. The Joker, however, that does mean that Jokers are bad. If you're the visitor, Jokers are bad. So I'm going to turn over another card in lieu of an explanation and just keep on playing. Firm Flamin actually has now defenseman Firm Flamin here for Boston. With an 8, he'll be able to feed it through to number 7. That's Woody Dumart. Dumart with a 2, however. Let's assume that he fanned on the shot. I think that's 2.5 minutes to go in the first period. The blackjack for the first card, that's going to be Bub Poyle, former Toronto Maple Leaf. Bub Poyle with a red jack, again looking at Boston's team defense, and they might have been a little better that season. Actually, come to think of it, I think this goes in order of how they finished in the standings, so I could be wrong about that, but I digress. So unable to make the place, we're going to flip the final 2 cards. It's 1-0 Detroit after 1. Okay, back for some 1948-49 NHL action, some more of it. We've got number 44 here ringside for it, and 7. So off the top of the period, it's going to be Pavlich with the puck. I don't know if that's Mark Pavlich or Pavlich. Correct me if I'm wrong, and if you know that I am. With the red 7, he'll be able to play it, well, with either color 7, actually, in the second card. 5 is going to be, oh dear, Ed Sklizik. Again, I don't claim to, I haven't taken the time to brush up on these names as much as, say, the 1947 ones or ones for certain other seasons. This gentleman right here, SCLI with the puck, and Red Jack. If we look at Frank Brimswick here on Boston, you need a king or a red queen to beat him if it's going to be a face card. So we're going to play on, and this is going to be a red 9. Red 9 is Pat Egan for the Boston Bruins. Pat Egan with the King. You can play through Detroit's team defense with the King to player 4. Player 4 is E. Harrison for Boston. Harrison with a 9, he's just going to miss it. Black King, that's going to be Sid Abel on Detroit. Abel with a 2, though he misplays if we take 2 more cards off the pile. Red 5, that is Crawford. That's Jack Crawford, defenseman for the Boston Bruins. With the red queen, though, he's unable to penetrate the Detroit defense. We play on. And a red 8, that's going to be Grant Warwick, actually, over from the New York Rangers, where he played in the 1946-47 season. And a 3, so, yeah, nothing doing for him. Just missed the Joker by 1. Another 3 here, red 3, that's going to be Fern Flaman with the puck again. Flaman with an 8. He gets the puck to the blackjack. The blackjack is Kenny Smith here on Boston. Can Boston tie it here? And Smith with a 9, he'll be able to put one on the board. We have a 1-0 game here. It's feels like it's about 7.5 minutes to go in the second. Maybe it's only 5 to go. We'll see. So it's 1-1 hockey game here, and with the Black Queen, that's going to be Gordie Howe. Howe with the Black King, and we can play it through Boston's defense on Kings or Red Queens. To the ace. The ace is Sid Abel, and the production line strikes, so it's going to be Abel from Howe. I could flip for a second assist, but I'm not actually keeping individual player stats in this game. I'm just sort of announcing it and playing for a team score here, for a game score, simple box score, or whatever you want to call it there. But 6, that's going to be Pete Babando again, Babando or Babando, and with an 8, he's going to play it to player 2, team. Card 2, I draw a 5, so I'm going to go, let's see, 4 and 3. Murray Henderson for Boston with it. Murray Henderson, defenseman Murray Henderson. And 3. Yeah, no, that's right, the player. And then, yes, so he's unable to score there. So the score is 2-1 Detroit after 2. And after 40 minutes, it's 2-1 Detroit. We drop the puck here to begin the third, and that's going to be Jim Peters with the puck, formerly of Montreal, if it's the same Jim Peters, and I think it is. Joker means he's going to play it automatically. It's going to go to player 8. Again, Jim Peters. So Peters here, taking it himself end-to-end. But with a 3, he's unable to score with it. It's going to be Harry Lumley coming up with the save for Detroit. And the Black King is Sid Abel. Sid Abel with a 10. That's an automatic play as well. To 2, a team card. Taking from the team cards 3, we're going to go to, we'll say that's Jerry Couture. I think it's Jerry Couture. And Couture with the blackjack, unable to get the goal there. They needed an ace or a 5 to 10 in order to score, which actually is pretty good for the team rating if you know this game. Woody Dumart here for Boston evidently didn't do quite as well in the assist department in the 48-49 season. Perhaps he played part of it injured, but he has it here. With an ace, he'll be able to automatically set someone up in scoring position, potentially. That's Pat Egan, defenseman Pat Egan. The blackjack will not do it, though. Still 2-1 Detroit here. And with the queen, that's going to be Gordie Howe with the puck. Gordie Howe, the red jack, unable to play it through Boston's team defense. 2 more cards come off the pile. And red 7, that's going to be Jim Peters once again with the puck here. Quite active here in the third period. 5, though, he's going to be unable to feed it to anybody in scoring positions. We play on a black 3 this time. That's going to be, goodness, Jay Stewart. Jack Stewart, I think, actually. Actually, I think Jack Stewart played in Boston in 46-47, if I recall correctly. And Jack Stewart's going to be unable to do anything with it here, though. Unable to do much... generate much of anything, for lack of a better way of putting it. So red ace, actually we're running out of time here, but the red ace, that's Boston, R-O-N-T-Y, Ronty, I'll say, and he's going to be able to play it through to Harrison here in Boston, and Harrison with a joker, that's an automatic goal, so we have a 2-2 tie. I do not do overtime, nor did the NHL this season, plus this is exhibition. So we have a 2-2 tie with 2.5 minutes to go. And so 8, that's going to be Detroit with the puck. Final scoring chance, Pete Horak, not a bad one to have it. Horak with a 9 will set up someone in scoring position. And the 10, that's going to be Horak himself. Nice individual effort. Let's see. Can he score on a 7 to 10? He needs an ace or 7 to 10 in order to put Detroit up here in the final minute, at the final second. And that is a 9, so similar to another exhibition game that I played out for this one. How about that for a bit of a dramatic finale, a dramatic conclusion to the game? It's going to be 3-2 final score Detroit here in NHL 1948-1949. NHL, I think I said NHL one time too many there, but exhibition hockey. So anyway, thanks as always. Any support's greatly appreciated. I did happen to notice that I reached 50 subscribers this morning. And so thank you very much for everything. Again, while it's never expected, it's always really appreciated. And I got to get going, so bye for now.